Right now at 6, if you stepped outside, you can see it's a much clearer day across the state as the wildfire smoke from Canada seems to have lifted. But don't get too excited as it is expected to make a return this weekend. And on top of that, there's a threat for some severe weather, too. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Annette Montgomery. Now, this all comes as many are planning to be out and about at various events happening in Hartford this weekend. So let's bring in meteorologist Sam Sampiri, who's tracking it all. Sam, happy Friday. A lot to track tonight.
Happy Friday, and be weather aware tomorrow. All outdoor activities, they might have to be postponed. Just check it out tomorrow morning. Check our weather app. I'll have more updates coming up because not only do we have the possibility of strong storms, but we have an air quality alert that's been reissued. And look at it. We still have the smoke plume. You know, the front went by to our south, and that's why we had a much clearer day. But it's still going on all the way up from the Midwest and the Great Lakes there. And here we go again, 12 to 12, midnight to midnight, limit strenuous activities. But look at, see how clean it is right now? But all that dirty air may be coming back up for tomorrow as the DEP has it reissued for unhealthy sensitive groups. It won't be that bad. One of the main reasons why is because we're going to have a front coming in with some rain. But before that happens, it's all timing. You could see that the plume, the thickness is right over us as some storms roll on in. So that'll just wash it out. So we got two competing factors here. It's almost a race, so I'm just going to have to watch it hourly in the morning. 78 Torrington to 84 Hartford to 77 in the Groton and London. Visibility not an issue. Dew points are comfy right now. Winds aren't a big issue. Just some high-level clouds. It's this system to the north, this system to the south. All this warm, humid air coming at us, and at the same time, cold front. So that's why we're going to have quite a turbulent afternoon. As far as this evening is concerned, not bad. I'm going to call it partly cloudy to clear and comfy. Temperatures falling through the 80s, 70s, and even into the upper 60s as we head towards the next hour or so. Coming up, I'll detail those storms. We'll talk about what you can expect for your Sunday, 50-50 weekend, nice. But what about next week? Is there any heat on the way? Details coming up in a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Sam. And remember, you can stay up to date on this weather impact alert and any future ones on the Fox 61 app. There you can find a 24/7 live radar and track the weather as it changes. And right now we continue to follow that breaking news in New Haven, where firefighters have now put out a fire on Donna Drive. We are working to find out if anyone was hurt or displaced. We have a crew headed to the scene and we'll bring you more updates as soon as we get them. A vigil is underway right now in Vernon to honor a pregnant mother who was killed 3 years ago, and police say by her child's father. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules joins us live in Vernon. Alicia, her family is hoping to honor her legacy by getting a law passed to better protect victims.
Yeah, Annette, as you can see here behind me, several of Anastasia Paul's family and friends have gathered here to honor her life. Although she was killed 3 years ago, her mother says it feels like it just happened yesterday.
It's been a long 3 years.
Janine Paul, Anastasia's mother, says 3 years later the pain is still unbearable.
She's definitely missing out on raising her child, and she was pregnant at the time as well, so an opportunity to raise a second child as well.
Janine has since adopted her autistic grandson, Major, who was 1 year old at the time of her daughter's murder. Police say Anastasia was killed in 2023 by her child's father, Abdul Mahbub. Mahbub admitted to strangling the 22-year-old inside of her Vernon home. He accepted a 34-year sentence for her murder. He will be formally sentenced later this month. Janine Paul says 34 years is simply not enough.
He pled guilty to 34 years. I'm not happy with it. I feel like the system failed my daughter.
Patty Cavelli, Anastasia's grandmother, says Mahbub had a history of domestic violence towards Anastasia.
There was more they could have done as far as the perpetrator who repetitively abused her and was sent to jail and was repetitively released without any consequences.
Before her death, she applied for 2 restraining orders against Mahboub, who has an extensive criminal history. Now, Jelena Paul, Anastasia's sister, is hoping to pass a law in her honor that would strengthen protections for victims of domestic violence.
Automatic check-ins from the police or domestic violence caseworker upon release from prison and throughout their incarceration, especially for high-risk offenders.
She believes tighter laws against repeat offenders and stronger protections for domestic violence victims could have saved her sister.
Or that we treat this as a serious issue, the more it could save more women's lives. Unfortunately for my sister, it's too late.
About 15 minutes ago, Paul's family and friends released butterflies in honor of Anastasia to symbolize changing the pain of losing her into positive change for others. Live in Vernon, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Right now, a local baker is selling cupcakes to help the family of a 15-year-old East Hampton girl. Cassandra Cassie Munson died Sunday after having a medical emergency while paddleboarding on Crystal Pond in Eastford. Fox 61 Skylar Music spoke to the owner of Britt's Baking Company about the personal connection that led to her act of kindness.
People have been showing up here to buy cupcakes at Britt's Baking Company in Portland. The owner, Brittany Davis, is friends with Cassie's aunt. They grew up together. Davis says this has been a tough time for the family. Cassie's aunt also just lost her father.
To see her have to go through this again with her niece that I know she adored, it brought tears to my eyes.
Brittany Davis has known Cassie's aunt, Emily, since they were in kindergarten.
I felt just awful. It's just not something that's ever supposed to happen.
She says Emily also helped her through grief. Davis's mother died in March. Davis tells us she didn't know Cassie, but she understands her family's pain.
This is going to be very rough for that family, like just the stress of normal life on top of grief. So it just kind of kept sticking with me, and then I was like, let's just do some cupcakes.
Davis says her mom was all about community. Since she died, Davis has used her lifelong passion to give back.
I want to be a part of that, and if there's things that I can do, like baking, I'm gonna do it whenever I can.
Davis tells us she sold dozens of cupcakes. Some people have paid a little extra, so even more money goes to Cassie's family.
You really see the good in people, sadly, when something like this happens, but there are good people out there, and they will make themselves known.
There's a vigil for Cassie at 7 p.m. tonight. That's at Sears Park in East Hampton. We'll have a crew there, and we'll bring you the very latest tonight at 10. In Portland, Skylar Music, Fox 61.
Waterbury police arrested a man who they say had 340 bags of heroin on him, as well as fentanyl and weapons. Officials say they arrested 28-year-old Eddie Vega Rivera Wednesday after stopping him for driving a car with the wrong license plate. They say they were patrolling that area around Lunsbury Street after receiving multiple complaints about trespassing and drug dealing. Vega Rivera is now facing several charges. Here at Fox 61, we're continuing to monitor and track the cyclosporiasis outbreak nationwide. And earlier this week, we told you Taco Bell was under investigation for a potential link. Well, tonight we have an update. Federal health officials say lettuce served at the fast food chain is the source of the outbreak across 5 U.S. states. The lettuce supplied by Taylor Farms is thought to be responsible for cases in the Midwest. Thursday, health officials sent out a warning and said not to eat shredded iceberg lettuce from Taco Bell restaurants in Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. Taco Bell said it has removed impacted lettuce in some states, and Taylor Farms has yet to comment. Well, right now, one of Hartford's premier summer events has returned to Bushnell Park this weekend, and it all kicks off tonight. Of course, we're talking about the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz. And that's where we find Fox 61's Kayla Cage. She joins us live there with how things are moving and grooving. Kayla.
Hey, yeah, they're kicking it off right now. And actually, the person that I spoke with, Michelle, earlier, we were talking about how jazz makes us feel. And, you know, we were talking about how it makes us feel peaceful and calm and everything else like that. But it's not just a jazz festival here. There's also many businesses around me that you can buy items from, coming from all over, including this business over here. I mean, so many clothes, soaps, different items that you can buy, and these are absolutely gorgeous. It's a multiple businesses included, and I'm going to speak with two business owners over here, Kayla with Body by Goddess and also Dana with Versatile Gym. Now, tell me, how did you guys meet and collab together?
Well, we met over 10 years ago. We worked at Discovery Academy at elementary school. And our energy, it just clicked. The creativity, the realness, we just kind of meshed together. We both were artistic, so our crafts kind of just coincided.
Yep. It was like that vibe, that constant, like always having the conversations about our passions for doing things that we love doing and always creating and then finishing each other's sentences about like things that we love and how we can collab and add to each other's craft. So it was just like that instant where it's like, okay, I'm doing this, we're doing this. So it's just a born friendship.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, you own Body by Goddess, you own Versatile Gym. Tell me about some of the items that you guys sell that some people at the Jazz Festival can come over here and buy.
Yes, of course. So I have waist beads. You wear them around your stomach. You could tie them on as anklets. I also have natural bath and body stuff, facial scrubs, body scrubs, soaps, beard oil, yoni oils, yoni steams. Pretty much, I'm all about women empowerment and self-care. So that's all Body by Goddess is about.
And then with Versatile Gem, it's a lot of different things, crafting that it comes from like a individuality, self-expression. So I have different things from hand-knit sweaters, vests. I have handbags, metallic, velvet, bold colors, mixed differently. Handles that are interchangeable, crossbodies. Besides that, I also have like custom denim skirts that I use African print, which was like kind of my first love. How I started off with my business, that's why the whole versatility. So it's always fabrics that are mixed. So it's the denim mixed with the African print, and I also have a few pieces that are also for men that are the same, like with the jackets, whether it's denim jackets or leather jackets. But it's kind of like a mix between both of our styles, where it's like, that out of the box, like naturalistic, like self-expression, and you finding your own like thing that you love and it speaks to you.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I'm definitely going to check some things out because it just gives, like you said, self-confidence and just women empowerment. So, and self-care. I love that. I love that. Yes. Thank you guys so much. No, thank you. And then also I had the chance to speak with one of the organizers, Charles, who says, even though there is a thunderstorm coming tomorrow, the show will go on. Now, if there is heavy rain or thunderstorm or lightning, or rather thunder or lightning, they will have to pause and stop the show. But for right now, even if it starts raining, it will come on. So come on and come out and see the jazz performances. But for right now in Hartford, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.